We lost and I'm sick, so this is going to be short. Jays lose 8-7 in the first of a 3-game set against the Chicago White Sox in Guaranteed Rate Field, I believe is the going name for that. God, that is... Alright. Like I was going to say it's the dumbest name for a field, but no, Crypto.com arena exists, and yeah, that's going to be hard to top. So no, it's just regular dumb. But I guess if we get to cling to Skydome, maybe they want to cling to Comiskey? I don't know. We'll find out. Anyway, Jays lose in a really heartbreaking fashion. I love the fight that they showed to try to get into this one. Loving that home run from Cavan Biggio. That was big. I thought he had forgotten how to do that. And on a kind of pitch that he normally can't turn around like that, actually. So, no, good job, Cavan. Good job by the whole team. Teo had a nice night. Vlad had some decent at-bats. Listen, I have shied away from talking about the umpiring too much throughout this whole season because I feel like most times when you get squeezed or when it's too generous, eventually it all kind of evens out because on the whole, Major League Baseball umpires are kind of around 92 to 94% accuracy, and that's pretty good at the Major League level, I guess, so I'm not going to say too much about most umpires. However, this guy who umpired today, I don't even remember his name. Normally I don't remember an umpire's name and I take that as a good thing, but I just remember like doing like the universal like what the fuck was that symbol at the TV a lot in this one. He had a pretty rough night for both sides. It wasn't like he was favoring one side over the other. Both teams were pretty furious at him, and they had good reason to. And that's not keeping it consistent. That's just being bad at your job. So I'm going to learn this guy's name in the future, or you can put it in the comments so I can learn without Googling it. But yeah, that was pretty rough. So I'm not going to say too much more about that because it's not like it really turned the game too often, but like, man, that was hard to watch. No, the real crux of the game was that Jose Barrios, I mean, the relievers too for the most part, but Jose Barrios was the prime candidate who left a lot of pitches over the plate. I mean, a lot. I mean, the pitch had lots of break, lots of run, all the movement you like, but it has to end up in a good spot, and tonight it did not. They ended up in the middle of the plate a lot, and yeah, the White Sox are a good enough hitting team. They're not going to miss meatballs like these. Andrew Vaughn is white hot, man. That guy he's just hitting absolutely everything. Now, Jose Barrios and David Phelps and Trent Thornton et al., I think everyone except Matt Gage really, left a lot of pitches over the plate for him to hit. So, I mean, on the one hand, he had some help. But no, he hit them. He did the thing he was supposed to do. He had a really big game for the White Sox. But the hole got real deep. Jose gave up 6 runs over 4 innings. That's simply not good enough for anybody, much less for a guy who was kind of billed as the ace of the staff coming into the season, signed the big, flashy extension at the start of the year. He has been mercurial, to put it mildly. And I think I would be able to tolerate outings like this if we had the other end of the spectrum covered too, where he goes 8 innings, striking out 12 with no runs across. He's had a couple good outings, but he still is giving up runs, even in those kinds of games. It's just, he's too hittable too often right now. I feel like maybe he's close. The movement is good. It's just it's ending up in a place it can't be. In the same way that when Teo was fighting to come back after coming off the injury, he was making good contact, making good swing decisions, but the ball was just grounding right to the shortstop. And everyone kept saying, he's close, he's doing the things, he's close. It was hard to see it at the time. Now we see Teo is having really good games, maybe 4 games out of 6. He's back. He's officially back. Maybe Barrios is close like that too, but it's really hard to see it right now. It is simultaneously heartening and deflating to see the Blue Jays fight back and come just shy. They left a few base runners on in key moments, and any one of them could have been the difference. If David Phelps hadn't hung a couple balls right over the middle of the plate, that one run could have been the difference. Trent Thornton hadn't hung a couple balls over the middle of the plate. That could have been the difference. I'm saying it's just like, if any one of the unfortunate hung breaking balls hadn't been hung like that, this game is tied and who knows what happens after that. But they were, and it was just enough to lose. And that's frustrating. What I would say is that if your team gives up 8 runs in a ball game, you don't deserve to win that game anyway. Scoring 7 runs is great. It means that your pitching staff only has to give up 6 or less. That is a very low bar to clear, and they couldn't do it tonight. And so, try again tomorrow, I guess. Kevin Gausman getting back on that hill, trying to not let the fact that his splitter is being read very easily distract him. I don't know how that's going to go. I kind of said a few weeks ago when the Blue Jays pitching staff was firing on all cylinders and the hitting was just starting to come back, I said that's great because we're going to come up on a time pretty soon when we start winning games and losing games 8-7 and 9-10. Well, here we are, aren't we? That's not because I'm Nostradamus, it's because that's how baseball goes. Ain't nothing going to go perfectly for the entire season. So, yeah, the starting rotation is hitting a rough patch. They're trying to figure some things out. They're trying to make the adjustment that the hitters of the league in general have made to them. It is now incumbent on our staff to make the adjustment back. I'm confident that they will, but for right now, the offense has to step up. Asking them to step up to cover 8 runs of a deficit, that's a bit much. Let's try for 5 or less tomorrow, shall we? Yeah, again, low bar, but we can do this. I believe in us. As for me, that's it for me. I'm sick. I'm going to go downstairs, lie on a couch, and feel sorry for myself. I will see you tomorrow evening for the second of 3 games in Chicago. See you then.